This is the kind of question most students ignore or rush through because it looks simple, but that confidence is exactly what causes them to fail. So don't rush this one. Stay with me and let's break it down together. We are given that a plus b equals 12 and a times b equals 30, and we are asked to find the values of a and b. Now, before we even start solving, I want you to pause for a moment and think about it. Can you already see a way to find a and b? If you have an idea, go ahead and drop your answer in the comments. Don't worry if you're not sure, because we're going to go step by step. Now, we have two equations, a plus b equals 12 and a times b equals 30, and whenever you see the sum and product of two numbers given like this, there's usually a hidden quadratic equation behind it. So here's what we do. We take the first equation and express one variable in terms of the other. From a plus b equals 12, we subtract it from both sides, and we get b equals 12 minus a. Now, this step may look simple, but it is very important because we're going to substitute this into the second equation. So instead of writing a times b equals 30, we now write a times open bracket 12 minus a close bracket equals 30. Now, let's expand this carefully. A times 12 gives us 12a, and a times it gives us a squared. So we get 12 minus a squared equals 30. Now, we want everything on one side, so we move 30 to the left side, and we get 12 minus a squared minus 30 equals 0, but we prefer writing it in standard form. So we rearrange it to a squared minus 12 plus 30 equals 0. Now we have a quadratic equation. And we can solve it using the quadratic formula. So we say it equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. And from our equation, we know that it equals 1, b equals negative 12, and c equals 30. Now, let's calculate the discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac. So negative 12 squared gives 144, and 4 times 1 times 30 gives 120. So 144 minus 120 gives 24. Now, the discriminant is positive, which means we have two real solutions. So we continue and we get it equals 12 plus or minus square root 24, all divided by 2. Now, square root 24 is not a perfect square, but we can simplify it by writing 24 as 4 times 6. So square root of 24 becomes 2 square root of 6. Now, we substitute that back in, and we get it equals 12 plus or minus 2 square root of 6, all divided by 2. Now, we divide everything by 2, and we get equals 6 plus or minus square root of 6. So the two values of are 6 plus square root of 6 and 6 minus square root of 6. Now, we go back to b equals 12 minus a to find b. So for the first value, b equals 12 minus open bracket 6 plus square root of 6 close bracket, which gives 6 minus square root of 6. And for the second value, b equals 12 minus open bracket 6 minus square root of 6 close bracket, which gives 6 plus square root of 6. Now, if you look closely, you'll see that the answers are symmetrical. So the two pairs are 6 plus square root of 6 and 6 minus square root of 6, and 6 minus square root of 6 and 6 plus square root of 6. Now, let's quickly verify our answer. When we add them, we get 12, which satisfies the first equation. And when we multiply them, we use the identity x plus y times x minus y equals x squared minus y squared. So we get 6 squared minus square root of 6 squared, which gives 36 minus 6 equal to 30. So both conditions are satisfied. And here's the key lesson. Never underestimate a question just because it looks simple, because sometimes simple-looking problems are actually testing a deeper understanding. So if you learned something new from this, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment telling me if this question tricked you or not. And I will see you in the next one.